Hello everyone, welcome. Sorry for the new thumbnail, I couldn't find the old one at all. But welcome to A Hero No More, Just a Nightmare. Well, this episode, or this, part will be a lot more different since part one was just explaining everything. So where I left off is that during all of this happening with Izuku, or technically Jack in this perspective, and 3, I believe 6, would have already escaped, or would have already gone, or got captured by the hunter by now. And I believe that will be the time where Mono kind of releases 6 from the hunter. And yeah, that's where they're caught up to. So they're about to, depending on how I want to go, they can either meet each other at like either the janitor or technically the janitor is in part 1, so maybe technically, because I believe it's on the boat. So if it is part 2 has all the other characters. I believe the dunk and all the other stuff. But I gotta refrain all the other villains because I'm getting my technically they're part of the same universe, but can't remember all the villains from Little Nightmares. Good. So yeah, part 1, all this other stuff, the twins and whatnot. Little Nightmares 2, technically. So they're technically the final part of Little Nightmares. So how would they meet? I'll say they would meet after some effects of the radio tower, because the radio tower isn't in that dimension either. Because I did say I didn't really respect Deku's abilities entirely. All I said is he got he got some abilities like echolocation and whatnot. I didn't say the exact amount of abilities he has. So besides that, he's like he does have he is able to transfer through TVs, through dimensions. Meaning that he is able to go through things. For now. Oh yeah, the teacher, the doctor, 6 herself, the hunter. Oh, this other stuff. And there's actually not that many biases as well. Huh. Anyways. I got that down technically. Anyways. As this goes on, Mono has freed 6 by now. So they're on their way. And by now, Deku, he running out of time. I'm not gonna lie, he is running out of time with 3. Because 3, it's pretty sick. 3's pretty sick. Yes, the medicine did, kind of, slow down the process. But yeah. So he's trying to think, but a person that's practically raised to eat other things isn't very that. He is smart to a certain extent, but not smart. He has his smart moments, practically. Under pressure, he got that smart moments. But without, he ain't very smart. He got them smart moments, but besides that, anything else. So, anyways, and Deku, Jack is trying to, do his best to. He's trying to help, 3 is the only friend he has. And yeah. Do I want to kill 3 off? The ship is gonna be a little nightmare ship, so maybe you're out. Because I know definitely Well's not gonna be 6. Because we got 7, we got 11.
And then we got 4. And then, also 3, but I mean. I'll say they meet the other one. Wait, hold up. We already have Mono 6. Technically, 7 is the end of part 2. Technically, 7's part 2, since Little Nightmares is technically part 2 to the series instead of part technically 3. But anyways, and then Little Nightmares 1 is technically part 3. So yeah. So 7, I guess they would meet 7 first. Now that I think about it, yeah. But that would be like near either the middle or the end. But I'll say for reasons in this timeline, 7 isn't captured into the jail, but more of the things of that 7 is more of the lines of how so Janitor, I believe that's like the first boss, I think so. But we're not gonna kill the Janitor though, not yet, until Mono and 6 fires. I still want stuff to go as in canon in the game, but I mean, I'm trying to change it to manipulate it a bit. So yeah. As Deku finds a TV. As the TV starts to freak out. When his hand's on the TV, like Mono's ability, but Deku has a lot more struggle to go to the other dimension. He actually has to try. I'm like flipping Mono, who can just go flipping traveling like willy nilly now. Like Deku, this is not like due to the radio tower's influence. Yeah. If you're wondering why do I keep on mentioning the radio tower, even though the radio tower is technically part of part 3, because that was where Deku was originally from, and eventually leading on to Deku going through TV, struggling through TV3 to eventually make it all the way up to technically part. Hold up, part 1 is technically part 3, so technically part 3, and eventually meeting the Janitor, or trying to get away from the Janitor, eventually meeting 3 in Willing. So yeah, it'll take for some time for Jack to actually unlike Mono, he actually he got charged. Like he got charged. He can't just go through TV. So yeah. As you know, Deku does know something, or Jack does know something. If he's correct, the twins should have. Actually, no, they already have the twins. So I mean, I'll say the only way for how to prevent a death. I guess the only way to prevent a death will be for 3 to not end up like Jack, technically, but more of similar to Jack. Yes, part monster, but at the same time, I mean, not the body of a monster, but I mean the mindset of a monster, but technically. So I guess Jack has an idea, if he can't be controlled by the radio tower, that would technically mean that other people are as well, but their body will change, and that's where Jack gets the idea. If I can manipulate the body to a certain degree and not have her die, that would mean that not just my friend will live, but we could practically survive again. So yeah. Anyways, Deku slowly but surely, he makes it back to, technically part 3. Well, no, technically part 2. Technically, hold up. For Little Nightmares is technically part 3. Little Nightmares 2 is technically part 2. So yeah, he's making it to, technically, yeah, part 2 practically. So yeah, technically making it to part 2. And eventually, yeah. Over the time he does, with the abilities he does have, like clinging to certain surfaces of walls. Because, he is good at climbing, but only to a certain extent. Like, he's better than, the average human, but I mean, besides that, nothing else. He's like Spider-Man, but no, not really. So yeah, I'll say he would be able to stick to surfaces, I guess. So he has a range of abilities. He does have a range of abilities. So what would happen is that he does make it to, technically part 2. And eventually, that is, while that's happening, Mono would have at least gotten the, the technically door to, as a raft to go to the city, I believe. Yeah, to the city. Escape, eventually killing the hunter, escaping through, the raft into the city. And now that they're all in one place, wait, no, hold up. Scratch back. Flashback. Because I do need because technically 7 is. So I guess, they would kind of, go through a jail cell. Miscalculations. Because, yes, there is a chance that Deku's abilities can, go to random places. So, it's like Mono's ability, but, a lot more trash. Because, yeah. He is able to teleport, but it's more of a randomizer. So you gotta keep on going. It can either, go on the first try, or like the flippin' 30th try, you're finally there. So yeah, kind of like a dice. So yeah. So he opened up a TV, because let's say there the TV where the janitor has, he kind of went through that TV. Janitor tried to catch them. Man, too fast. Fast as flip, boy. Too fast for this. So yeah. He quickly outpaced the janitor. This man fast, bro. Like. So also he has better climbing abilities than the janitor does. So he could he not just outpacing the janitor by speed, but he's outpacing him and climbing. This man's like Tarzan, going through shelf to shelf, whoa, 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 whoa. So yeah, he's pretty terrifying when he wants to. So yeah. He kind of head first into the TV, kind of smashed into the TV. Not breaking the TV, but kind of entering it and, entering part 2. Wait, no, I think we said no. Okay, yeah, he does smash into, the TV, but he doesn't end up in, part 2. He instead ends up at the prison. I'll say, there's either a big TV or, a mini TV at the prison. Where? Guess who is there? 7 is there! So, yeah. They meet 7, 7 sees the condition of, 3. They try to talk. Deku nah, bro. Can you help? You can't help. Get the flip out of my way. So, yeah. 7's kind of, just a dragon. So, yeah. He's going with them because, he don't want to be in the prison forever. So, yeah. Where can I find things? Think. As he thinks, and then he finally realizes he has a way to save 3 the entire time, but it's very, how would you say, the tar and stuff in her lungs can, how do you say it? If you know where I'm going with this, you know what's about to happen. So yeah, kind of like CPR almost. Yeah, kind of taking cleaning out the lungs, right? CPR, right? So yeah, Deku wants to do it in a very secluded area where 7 is not there, because yeah. He has half mentality of a monster and the other half is humanoid. He's trying his flippin' hardest not to eat 7, cause remember he's still technically half monster, with his looks and his abilities. So yeah. So by that time, I believe they made it to the city by now, where the radio tower lies. But besides that, now we go to, Jack once more. He gets the brilliant idea. If he can use his lungs as a cleaner or a filter for 3's lungs, he can probably save her life from, flipping, I guess, things that can cause the body to stop breathing, I guess. Practically. Suffocation. So, yeah. So, practically, he uses CPR on 3's lungs. Mouth to mouth, as you know. All the tar that's inside, you know, all the dust and tar that's inside 3's lungs kind of, you know, goes into Izuku. As you know, this is happening, you know, 3's life, you know, is, you know, she is, you know, getting consciousness, you know. She's starting to, like, breathe clearly now, like, without struggling to breathe. She's breathing clearly. As you know, Deku goes away and kind of, you know, spits up all that, you know, tar and, you know, all that other stuff. For reasons, I'll say he can also take out tar, because, I mean, technically tar would be part of your lungs, but, I mean, for reasons, I'll say he has, I mean, with abilities he can use for teleportation through TVs, I'll say he can use that to kind of, like, teleport the tar, like, somewhere else, so, yeah. So, now, you see 3, you know, waking up, you know, healthy. As you know, you just see, like, in a corner, you just see flipping, like, Jack just barfing out, like, a lot of flipping dust, like, oh, I need water. As you know, 3 is like, what happened? Jack all the way in the, like, corner, like, he puts his mask on, like, nope, You know, he looks directly at 7. You tell her anything. The only thing you will have left in your lungs is gonna be my fist grabbing them and then ripping out them. Got it, 7? Got it. So, you know, he kind of gives 7 that death look. But, you know, he kind of looks away. Yeah. So, yeah. Kind of like, that's practically how, like, 3's backstory was. Because, you know, she was able to go through, you know, a lot of heisty spots. She was able to hide very easily from others, you know, from the janitor and whatnot. Eventually, her, you know, original backstory was supposed to be by the death of the janitor. Because originally she was supposed to die by the janitor's hands. But, due to the interference of Jack, he 1v1 the janitor, like, let's go! 1v1 me! So, yeah. It's kind of like a monster on monster thing. Jack won, of course. Technically. Well, technically he didn't kill the janitor since, you know, that's going to be the role of Mono and, you know... Wait, technically, no, not Mono. Technically the... Hold up. Technically the efforts of 6, I believe, and technically part 2. Wait, no. Technically part 3. Because after, hold up. I gotta do more research, bro. Where's my phone at? Right, yeah, practically part 3. Where the flip my phone go? Oh, it's over here. So, yeah. Practically, that'd be the efforts of 6 when 6 tries to survive, you know, eventually, you know, cutting off, using that door thing to kind of, you know, snip off the janitor's hands and whatnot. Yeah, that's still gonna happen. The only difference is that, you know, Mono's not gonna, you know, turn into the Thin Man. So, yeah. Technically, it's already happened, so I don't have to have that happen again. Because, you know, if you see the radio tower's frequency, how they're able to stay in the same place, the radio, well, technically a Thin Man is Mono, just in the future. There is no, you know, certain area he can just go to. Like, he can't go in specific areas. He can go, like, everywhere in that area. Due to, you know, technically, it's like radio. They're not from, you know, certain areas. They go, like, everywhere. Like, random locations, so, yeah. That's how they're able to, you know, stay in the same timeline, like, you know, without things happening. And so, that is where, that is where they would leave to the other TV. Because, you know, the TV in the prison's broken by now. So, yeah. I'll say the bigger the TV, the less likely it is to break. But, you know, the smaller TV, the most likely it's able to break. So, yeah. Deku right now, or, you know, Jack right now, is able to at least take 3 people with him. technically 3 people with him. That's the max, because I mean, Mono has his own abilities who can travel with 6. So I mean, yeah, that correctly makes 5, and eventually Deku's ability is gonna have to grow a little bit stronger to carry a couple other people. So yeah. So let's say there's only 2 people I gotta introduce now. 2 more people I gotta introduce to the series. So yeah. So at the school, they will eventually meet 11. Wait, hold up. In order, maybe? I mean, 11 would be at the school, either at the school or at the... yeah, they'll be at the school, because I'm pretty sure the school's like the first boss, so yeah. They'll be at the school. Yeah, 11 will be at the school, trying to, hide from, the bullies and whatnot. Trust me, we're gonna go back to the school eventually, but for another reason. Why? Because all I want to see is this man Jack going full force, just destroying everyone in the entire school, just ripping people apart. Just imagine, bro. And bro, remember, if the closer he gets to the radio tower, the more stronger he gets. So if he's near the school, he's pretty flipping close. So his heights, his power heights are pretty flipping high at that point. So his monstrous form gets a very incredible buff. So yeah, a very incredible buff. So yeah, I would love to see that. It's probably like WWE, but it's very one-sided. So yeah. Remember, Mono needs an axe to kill them. Jack don't need no axe. He got his bare hands, bro. This man would be punching people left and right, just knocking their heads off, bro. He ain't playing around. Especially when it comes to, flipping friends. So, yeah, he ain't playing around. He ain't playing these games. Eventually... What's going to happen is that eventually they would meet up with 11. They would, Mono about, crack of that face, but, 11, takes off the mask and be like, hey, yo, I'm human too. Don't kill me, bro. I'm good. Practically. So, yeah. As now we go to the My Hero Academia universe. As, I weren't perspective on where the 3 TVs were. These special 3 versions of the TVs. I want perspective because if you see on the screen, Night Eye, he's been on the case. He's been working on, Deku's case. Trying to figure out what the flip happened. He has a broken TV. He has, his own TV he has looked up. He sees that these are from another dimensions. He doesn't know how, but he sees that these can be travel, kind of teleportation devices to another dimension. So, yeah. He's and then, out of nowhere, he's studying them, on his, kind of desk, studying them. And, he just sees, this face. He just sees, a mask, a blue, with, tar tears on mask, which, Deku's. As you know, it has, a hand, help us. As you know, now that, Night Eye kind of touches the TV. And eventually, he sees the future, he kind of sees all the timelines of, he sees the original timelines of the, Little Nightmares universe. How, Mono became, Thin Man. How, 6 became the sorcerer, I believe. Can't remember her name. Been a while. So, yeah, he sees all this. And he doesn't see Deku, though. Which was weird. Why? Because due to the, not the after effects, but due to the timeline ripple of someone else being there to kind of, prevent everything from happening, would cause a domino effect or a butterfly effect. Meaning that, yes, as one thing changes, everything else will change, eventually. Preventing, 11's death, 4's death, 3's death. Preventing, everyone, avoiding, 3 people's deaths right now. Straight up. just for being there. Like, bruh. As time goes on, you know, yeah. Time goes on. I believe they were at the Jack's at the prison. They're at the school. So they're like about at the same way. Yeah, they're like about the same way. Like about. So yeah. Seven's confused. Why? He doesn't know why, you know. When he looks into Deku's eyes, all he sees is darkness. You know, he gets ideas on Deku, but he's not exactly sure on, like, you know, what he is. Like, he knows definitely, well, he's not human. But he knows he's not technically a monster. Since, you know, he technically is helping them. So, after that...
No.
Go away. As you know, practically... He wouldn't be scared of Deku or Jack precisely, but he kind of would. Kind of like that 50-50 thing. Like, yes, I can trust you, but I'm still scared of you type of way. So, yeah. Kind of like that. And what would happen next in the story is when they eventually... Wait, they're at the prison, so they're pretty far. Wait, no, technically, because I mean, I did give Deku that ability, so... I'll say, you know, they eventually... I believe before the prison, there was something else. Or, you know, technically after. So, I'll say after the prison, they found the TV, and what did the TV bring them? The TV brought them to the kitchen. What do you mean? I did say technically a randomizer, so I mean, yeah, Deku's ability is a randomizer, so it does, you know, technically have, you know, randomized position, so, you know, Deku's like, why am I back here? Why am I back here? Like, he just has his, like, his hands on his face, or, you know, mask. Why am I back here? I literally just escaped this place. Why am I back here? So yeah, he's pretty salty right now. But, you know, right as they teleported, they met someone else. They met Four. You know, I'll say Four's, you know, she has, like, just like she had, like, that arm position where you have your jacket, you know, to cover, like, the bottom part. And, you know, you just use your, like, arms as a bag. So, you know, she kind of has, like, food, like, majority, like, a lot of food on her. And, you know, well, Deku's being salty. He notices to, like, hold up. When did she get there? Hold up, who you? Like, kind of, like, he turns and, like, turns his head, like, what? Oh, another person. Never thought another person would actually survive this. Anyways. And, you know, Seven, you know, greets them and, like, hey, it's been a while since I met another human being. How are you? Like, practically. So, Seven and Four, like, they're on good terms, you know. They're friendly. Jack don't trust no one. Like, he doesn't trust Seven, nor does he trust Four. He only trusts Three, because, I mean, Three and him been best friends for, like, who knows how long now. Especially with the time lapses and whatnot. So, it's been a couple years. So, yeah, Deku's, like, what? Like, 15 by now? Wait, no. It wouldn't be 15. It would be, like, 14. Like, on that 14, 13 range. So, you know, when they get freed, they'll, you know, Deku will be 15. So, yeah. So, yeah, Deku, you know, he looking at Three and, like, kind of like, should we trust them? Look. And Three's like, of course we can trust them. Jack is like, I don't know. The reason why he doesn't trust them is because he has, you know, images in his head of the original timeline. From, you know, when Six kind of, you know, did kind of like a scar to Simba. So he was like, may the king fall. So I can't remember the original, you know, lines for Scar when he kind of let his brother die. You know, fall into the stampede. But I mean, yeah. Long live the king. Practically, when Six did that to Mono. So yeah. Kind of after absorbing his powers, kind of dropped him and, you know, kind of freed herself. So yeah, that's why he doesn't trust anyone, because he feels like he doesn't know who this person is. He all he knows is that, like, he wasn't able to see their face, but all he saw is, like, this instance, a person grabbing another person's hand, dropping them, and then running off. That's all he saw. Like he only saw those portions of the timeline. So yeah, that's why he doesn't trust people. And so yeah. Nowadays, he has papers upon papers, and right now, just like trying to study on, how he can, open up this so-called portal, and kind of free them, So yeah. Also, if you want to know how Deku's hair turned brown, technically wasn't Beer born in this universe, I guess, or more of the lines of manipulation of the radio tower. So I mean, a lot of the characters' hairs are either like black, brown, blue, like dark blue, like either like some type of dark color. So I mean, yeah, kind of gonna have like this, you gotta have
him with brown hair, so it just wouldn't fit. So Deku is very like his body build is very like it's made for like climbing and speed practically. So when it comes to his body's more of like his body base is made for parkour, climbing, speed, just any advantage to get away from a person. So he's like he's the ultimate like just psych just runs off. Like he's like that's what his body's built for. Like just running and just like any type of like activity when it comes to physical activities, he on that. Like he can do that. Like yeah.
So, what's going to happen next?
As this would happen, and who appears? The power.
The great almighty power.
Deku feels like he messed up because he kind of punched the TV and got mad when he saw he was back in the kitchen. So, he can't eat, like, I did say, like, there's like a 50% chance of, the TV breaking. So, yeah. Deku kind of mad, but he didn't think about that, like, hold up. Like, he looks at everyone talking and like, hold up, why do I feel like I'm missing something? And then he remembers, oh snap, the twins are here. As you know, from under the counter is a knife. And there's a shadow rising up. Technically two shadows rising up. And it's about to smash down on both of them, on 4 and 7. As Jack, with the ultimate kind of like clutch move, just pushes them out the way. Just directly charges at them, kind of like getting them out the way. Getting stabbed himself, but I mean not killing him. So yeah. So he's like, douche, kind of like. He don't trust them, but I mean he does know that survival. Like the more they got, the easier it is to survive. So yeah. Kind of like a sacrifice, but not really, since he's not really dead. But he did get Kratos stabbed right through the flipping gut and chest. So he got that Kratos stab. So yeah, he's like, he's spitting up tar, and you want to like. He looks angrily at 4 and 7 like. I would kill you right now, but the pain is too much. Like he's trying to calm himself down from flipping like that didn't hurt. Like it did hurt. So he's trying not to scream like. Like his anger right now towards like 4 and 7 are just like. As you know, the knife raises up to stab again. As you know, Deku's like, nah, bro. Nah. Psych kind of rolls his body. Let's go. Okay. Yeah.
As you know, now Deku's the one coughing. Yeah. As you know, he kind of like guides them like this direction. I know the kitchen. To a certain extent, that direction. That direction. I swear, if you don't listen to me, the next thing that's gonna be stabbed is you. Like this is a giant ass, just a giant like stab. You just see like a giant like diagonal hole, like yeah, diagonal rip in like Deku's body. There's like a giant hole you can see where the stab was. Surprisingly, it like missed all his internal organs, like all his important organs. Surprisingly, but I mean yeah. So yeah, he pretty salty right now. He even more saltier than before. If he didn't like people, he really don't like people now. And 3 is like, I'm sorry that happened to you, but there is no but. I got stabbed for them. If you don't call that flippin' kindness out of flippin' survival, then I don't know what is. Like, as you know, 3 kind of helps, Deku, try to, run away, because, I mean, there's a giant hole in his chest, so, I mean, yeah. They kind of, jog together, like, as you know, Deku looks for something on the ground to kind of throw at them. And, for reasons, I'll say he has a plan. He sees a rolling pin on the floor. He'd like, bruh, I never thought I would love to see these again. Because, I mean, before they used to, kind of hit him with, the rolling pins. Every time, they try to catch him. So, I mean, yeah. He sees it on the floor. He was like, bruh. He puts it in front of the foot. Kind of, sidesteps, one of the twins falling. 1 down, 2 to go. Technically, he's knocked out. Not technically dead, but he's knocked out. He pretty knocked out. So, yeah. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna kill them later. As you know, 7 and 4 are just kind of like, I'm sorry, like a Deku, I'm sorry, kind of. So, yeah. He pretty mad. Like, he... if it was up to him, he would kill both of them right now from flipping making him get stabbed for them. Like, bruh. He don't know them. Like, he only knows 3. Like, yes, he would have been mad if he took the knife for 3, but people he don't know, like, he pretty salty. Like, he is selfish, but, I mean, it's how he survived all this time. So, I mean, you can't really put it up to him. Like, it's not his fault he's like this. Because, I mean, having psychotic, like, things in your mind, as things try to control you, as, like, the radio tower and whatnot, it's mentally, like, not just mentally just tiring, but mentally kind of, scars you. So, yeah, not just that, but, seeing people die left and right, as, you see people getting eaten. So, I mean, yeah, of course it would be scarred for life, so, yeah. And, he was, backstabbed a couple times. A lot of times. So, I mean, yeah, that's... he don't trust people besides 3. He was, even when he met 3, he was on board. Like, he didn't like 3, like, when she first, came into his, like, technically, like, little shack or whatever. But, eventually, over years passed, he did, trust 3. But, like, after that, he kind of is salty at 3, too. He's like, you made me trust them. Why you do this to me? So, yeah, he pretty mad. As you know, they make it to, like, I'll say, like, some type of, like, rat hole in the wall. Like, but there, there's no rats, technically. At least from what I've seen in the game, there's, like, no rats. So, yeah. There's a, a rat hole in the wall. They make it to the, the rat hole. As soon as this man can sit down, he sat down and just, like, I need salt, I need pepper, I need flippin', like, he orders them, like, he ain't playing no jokes now, because he got stabbed, like, it's a pretty big wound. Like, it's not, just a normal, like, it's not a normal, sword stab. Like, it's like his stomach all the way to, like, his chest. So it's pretty flippin' big. Like, he's barking out orders, like, bro, if you don't get me things, I'll either A, kill you, or second, die by trying. But I know if I'm dying, I'm taking both of you with me. So, yeah. So, they give him salt, they give him flipping sugar, they give him, pepper, black pepper. They give him all these other things to, kind of stop the bleeding. Eventually, what else do I need? He gotta think, he's losing blood dramatically. He's losing, cause it's not real good blood by me. It's kind of like blood, so yeah, you know what it means. He's bleeding, he's bleeding pretty seriously. So he's like, think, bro, I'm about to die. I need things to help me now. And then he thinks of an idea. I got it. Get me some type of rag or something. Some type of, something that's sticky and that kind of stay on to me. I need 2 of them. Because there's it went all the way through. So I need 2 things. I need, something sticky that kind of stick on me. So when I'm running, it don't fall off. Just paper. Second, I need 2 of them. So yeah. And third, I need a lot of food. Because I am hungry. I mean, 7 was like, excuse me? We're not your pot. Yo, 3 was like, bro, don't do this to yourself. Don't do it. He will attack you on sight, bro. Don't do this to yourself. She literally had to, bring him to the side. 7, don't do this. He attacked me the first time we met. And he loves me as a friend. So, if you think he attacked me, what do you think he will do to you? He'll rip you apart and eat you. Don't do this to yourself, man. He literally had, she literally had, having an entire conversation. 7 was he wasn't scared, but he was like, should I believe this? Should I not? And then, something, no. As the first time in he didn't talk, but he kind of, I guess, he wouldn't say it out loud, but, he kind of put on the book, fiercely point out the book, and saw and all these other things, and all you hear is a growling voice, a distorted growling voice. Now go from Deku. And then 3 was like, you can talk. I need healing now. Go. He has to comply. If Deku doesn't comply, he will die there. After a couple times, after, trying to avoid the other brother, the other twin, eventually, he does, they do get what he needs. As both sides are put. Lifting up a shirt. Okay, there we go, we got 1, and he puts the other one on his back. Whew. I need to take it easy for a bit. I can't be running flipping willy-nilly now. I gotta sit down. The only reason I'm not killing you or kicking you out is because you technically saved my life. I am still fearlessly mad at both of you. But you saved my life. I'm still pending on whether or not to kill you still, but I mean, you technically did cause this. So I mean, yeah, your noisy part did technically say this. So yes. So no, that time. Sorry, it's been a while since I can talk. I don't talk that much for reasons. Anyways, I found a couple TVs. I saw a couple of them. One near the top of the shelf. The other on a rack. And I can't remember where the other one was at. As he stops talking and, starts using the book again. As he kind of draws in the book using, ink or something. Kind of, just drawing it. Here, and here. These are where the main spots of the TVs are. The closest is this one, but it's the most closest to the twins, which isn't really good. If they smash the TV, we kind of, that's things we can avoid. if we can avoid them, clearly we can. So, if we go for either the farthest or kind of like the middle TV, we may, yes, the middle TV is still close, but my choice is to get the farthest TV. The farthest TV would be the easiest and the most avoidablest towards the twins. Even if they go on the trail and like the very like last feet we are at the TV, I'm at least able to teleport all of us there. So yes. Or all of us somewhere safer than this place. So yes. As while all this is happening, they're, kind of, exiting the school. They're kind of exiting the school, so yeah. As now, we go back to Deku's perspective. As you know, they did give him food. As you know, this man just scarfing like there's no tomorrow. Because he knows, if he doesn't get enough strength for flipping from food or anything like that, he will die. So, he's scarfing down food like left and right. Like he don't care if it's not even human. Like, he just cares. As long as it's eatable, he will eat it. Because he don't want to die. Like, he's getting as much strength as he can. It's like, he's eating like a flippin', just eating a lot. Like, anything they can give him, he eats. Like immediately. Like, with no hesitation, eats them. So, that'll be enough. No. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you giving me food, but if anything like that does happen again, there will be no you getting food. There will be your dead corpse on the floor and me eating it. Got it? Got it. Clear. As you know, they think of a plan. Okay, so one of them are knocked out. So if we can somehow knock the other one out, that would be clear. The other one's all up, it's taken close. It is very close to the door, kind of like... He's trying to come up with a plan, but, I'm not sure if all of us will be unseen. I have a plan. If we can turn off the lights, we can have candles, and we can turn off the lights. We may have a good chance at escaping this unscarved. Because I know none of you are as fast as me. Maybe without my wound, none of you are faster than me. Like, none of you can actually compete with me when it comes to speed. But right now, I'm as fast as you all. So I'm pretty flippin' slow. I'm not used to being slow. So, what I need are a couple things. I need a little rope, and I need a hook. Or some type of weapon that I can do to kind of get the attention of the twin. If I can do that, I can lure him away from you all, and you all can turn off the lights as, I can just climb up on him, kind of go on the shelves, jump on the shelves, and yeah, do it from there. Kind of go my way to the back room, or freezer, and then, I believe before they closed it, I believe I saw a vent in there. So if we somehow can open the vent, we're able to go free. And then there should be a junkyard, like a trash bin over there, I believe. As that will be the time where it will be put in place. By this time, Deku, yes, I did give him a regeneration factor, but I didn't make him that overpowered. So yes, his regeneration factor is pretty strong, but I said if it's big wounds, it's not gonna heal as fast as a small wound. And that's a giant hole in his chest. So I mean, yeah, that's gonna take a pretty long while. Doesn't matter who, like, it's gonna take a long while. Like he don't got like that good of a regeneration. He got like simple regeneration. Like yes, the maximum you can do is like just heal like that part. Like he'll still have that scar, but at least be healed completely. So they put in a plan to action. You over there. You over there. I'll be over here. Okay, now I need some type of heavy object to get their attention. Give me some type of pan or something. As you know, they do what he's told. 3 is kind of, you know, on the view, kind of just watching for now. Because I know, like, this is kind of like their punishment. Their punishment is helping them instead of 3. Because, I mean, 3 did nothing wrong. 3 was, like, on the back, just, you know, watching. Like, you know, just talking about Deku, so, I mean, there's no reason for him to punish her, so, I mean, yeah. So, yeah. Eventually... Okay, where was it? It was, Where was it, I believe? Ah, here, the drawer. If I can... Where is he? He's about there. As you know, he puts the plan into motion. As what would happen is Deku opens up the drawer. It's like a mini drawer, so you know he takes out the drawer and throws it at a pot, and then you know he does have that grappling hook, so you know there is one of those pots that giant pot that has a hole in it, like in the hole in the handle, so you know he throws it as far as he can, making it like wrap around the hole in the pot. The pot, it's firmly grabbed. As you know, he pulls it down. Come on. This is too heavy. I can't even use my full strength because of the stab wound. I know, he slowly but surely, with the strength of, a normal human now. It's not 5 times anymore, so I mean, yeah. So, he moves it slowly but surely, eventually the pot does, land on the floor, making a loud noise. As the twin does appear. As the twin is now, chasing him. As, yeah, this man, with the speed he has, he's trying his fastest. Yes, but it's not fast enough to kind of, overpace the twin. So, the twin is slowly getting up on him, pretty fastly getting up on him. Okay, let's go. As you know, the lights turn off. Or, when they were about to turn off the lights, at least, the other twin wakes up from, flipping and being knocked out. As they're running, as Deku's like, you had one job and you couldn't even... You should have done it yourself, I swear, you should have done it yourself. As that is when Deku decided to grab one of his things he has in his pocket. It would be... What would it be? I'll say he would have, a firecracker or something. He'll make up gunpowder. Say, he has a firecracker. He kind of throws it at the other twin. As, it kind of, pop. And, the other twin is, both twins are now on him. This man, he limping. He tried his best. He limping real quick, yo, carving up and close the lights so we can do this. As they're trying to, but they're making a lot of noises, kind of distracting the second twin, but I mean the second twin's still on him. So yes, slowing the twin down, but at the same time, too fast. But at the same time, he has normal human speed. So I mean, yeah. He's trying his best. Come on. Come on. I don't have that much stamina. Can you, hurry up? The pain's still there, As they shut off the lights by kind of throwing an entire loaf of... Who's calling me? They throw like a loaf of bread on the light switch. As you know, this light switch turns off. Yes. As you know, he like crawls under a what was it, a table? No, not a table. A rack, I think. No. The counter of the kitchen. He kind of climbs under it, and just like he looks directly at the three. Like, go! It's showtime! Go! We just gotta open up. We gotta open up the freezer. As you know, there's like, we got a problem. What's the problem? The freezer's locked. No, duh. What's this? We may be able to break down this, but we need something. Where is it? Here's. He's not gonna punch full metal with his hands. He's not that dumb. He's pretty dumb, but he's not that dumb. So, you know, he grabs, you know, a knife. I mean, not a knife, but, you know, also there's, like, an axe there. Or, like, a giant utensil. Like, a giant knife, so, yeah. He grabs, you know, kind of smashes down, like, the bottom part. Kind of like Mono did. So, you know, yeah, or, you know what? Nah, because I believe we have, like, one of those dog doors. So, yeah, he kind of, you know, recon that. He kind of, you know, just go through the dog door. So, yeah. You know, with the power they have, they kind of pick up, you know, the thing and, you know, go through the cooler. As you know, both of them are at the door now. So they're trying to, you know, open the door, the freezer. As Deku's like, go. Open up the vent. Here you go. I don't know, he gives them, like, some type of stick or something to kind of, like, open up the vent with. As you know, they open the vent, and that's when they break in. Both twins break in, almost catching Deku by the hand through the dog door, because he was like a couple meters from the dog door, so yeah. They gotta catch him, almost to catch him, but not really. I'll say they did catch him, but you know, with the knife he has in his pocket, kind of stabs him, kind of stabs the finger, stab, like, multiple times, like, stab, like, let me go, kind of practically. As you know, the twin lets him go, as you know, they open up the freezer. As practically, that is when they escape to the garbage disposal. And now they're outside.